You're doing what I was talking about before we did the show about the deodorant as a quarterback when you pay him a lot of money, right? They got to cover up the other issues.
Exactly. So why isn't Kirk covering up the other issues?
We know he can't do it.
We know he can't do it. You saying we know that?
Yeah, we saw that last year, right? Am I wrong?
So he just keep getting paid, huh?
So you're saying
he know he can't win. Come on, man.
He needs the people around him to play well in order for him to
But
win.
let's not be confused. A lot of quarterbacks need the guys around them. Your quarterback needs guys around him to be successful.
Oh, you talking about Jared Goff, your quarterback?
We're talking about Jared Goff. We're talking about Russell Wilson and Kirk Cousins.
Saying.
Why are you coming over here? We got enough time to say.
Jared Goff did throw for 400-some yards.
Exactly. And as you see, the Rams is right there waiting. Let Minnesota stumble again. Your boy's going to be in the playoffs. We're going to be having this conversation another time, another way. But all I'm saying is this. I get it. He got the cash. We saw last year that he couldn't lead him to the promised land. That's why they made the changes in the coaching. That's why they brought in Gary Kubiak to help with the running game and make sure the passing is a certain way that benefits what he does, what he did with Kyle and the Shanahans. You were there.
Now, I ain't going to let y'all just do my man Kirk like this. Now, I don't think Kirk is Aaron Rodgers, but I ain't going to sit here and let y'all just treat Kirk like he can't play the game.
Talk about it, because I don't think he got much to say about it.
What is it about
this defense
Kirk
gave
Cousins
up
that makes him
37 points. Are we talking about that?
That's
37
true.
points.
You got a point.
So it's
there.
everybody's fault.
So it's everybody except Kirk.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
I knew you were going to do that.
I'm just saying. It's not everybody but Kirk. It's a concerted effort. I came into this game thinking Seattle was going to totally dominate the Minnesota Vikings. So maybe that's why I'm glass half full, because I thought they didn't have a chance at all. And so to see them come out and fight, take the lead into halftime, obviously come back out after the half, and you can't stop Seattle, and they go down and score, and there's a tie ball game. And then, shortly after, Dalvin Cook gets hurt, and then they're a different team. They're already shorthanded on offense, not having Adam Thielen, because your point saying is Kirk Cousins an elite quarterback. I would say Kirk Cousins is an elite quarterback when he has guys around him who can beat one-on-one matchups.
So was Sam Bradford.
Exactly. A lot of guys. A lot of guys fall under that category.
That's a 1,500-yard rusher, 2,000-yard receivers on the outside, a shutdown defense.
Case Keenum.
I mean,
Kirk is also not great under the
struggle
lights.
with weapons too. And so, yes, you got to have weapons, but you got to have the mental capability to go out and execute the game plan. And I know Kirk definitely has that.
Yeah, he has the mental capability to go out there and win games, the mental capability to go out there and win games. But, I mean, we need to see it, though. We need to see him actually go win the game with his arm. That's my thing, man. Like, I'm sorry I keep going back to it.
I'm going to tell you, he did it 2 weeks ago against the Broncos. He did it, but he did it off a
Are the Broncos going to the playoffs?
I don't know.
All right,
Are the Broncos going to the playoffs?
Let's talk bigger picture for a
Why
second.
are we even, I mean...
I'm just saying.
Teams that are going to the playoffs, though, what does this mean for the Seahawks in this division? I mean, now they've really established themselves dominant.
This is the thing for the Seattle Seahawks. You got to go on the road. They don't really play well in L.A. the last couple of years.
They don't play. The Rams and the Seahawks, they just have tough games. Let's just say that. Let's just say
have tough games.
You can't just say they don't play well.
They don't play well on the grass. They play well on the turf. We know that. I'm just saying, Russell Wilson ain't his
Russell is 6-0 on the East Coast. So, come on, bro. And he played in grass.
I said in
over there.
L.A. Remember that. You're talking about something on the other side. I'm talking about the LA grass.
You said grass.
I said LA. But
LA grass.
This is what I'm saying. They've set themselves up, though, because you get the Niners at home, right? Like, you pretty much, like, you've done everything you need to do to get a bye and handle your business. Like, plain and simple. You've earned the right to do that. And so no one wants to go to Seattle. I don't care how good you are. No one wants to go to Seattle in January and have to play a game.
No.
And you've been obviously in those situations.
Yeah, nobody wants
as loud as it's going to be, as crazy as it's going to be, it's a tough flight no matter where you're coming from to go all the way up to the Northwest.
The atmosphere is just unlike anything else.
And depending what kind of team you face, not every team can play in those conditions.
No, not every team can play in those conditions. And it's the message that Pete Carroll gives to this team. Like, I've been in that locker room. I've been in the team meeting room. He's always saying, guys, you can't win the game in the first quarter. You can't win the game in the second quarter or the third. And then the whole team yells, you win it in the fourth. Like, that's a mentality. That's a real thing. These guys aren't concerned with just winning the game at halftime or being up after the first quarter. That's why you always see them rally so late in games. It's like entrenched into their brain, into their system. So if you don't have a quarterback who can be a cardiac kid at the end of the game, you're gonna lose every single time going up to the Pacific Northwest.
I was gonna say that. It's different when you got a guy like Russell Wilson who's a proven commodity leading your troops. Them dudes, we might say, hey, he's corny saying this or saying that, but hey, them dudes rally behind Russ because at times he comes off a little bit corny. But I tell you what, every dude in that locker room fights for him.
Man.
That's
my cornball.
Fights for him. And that's what you need at the quarterback position.
All right, guys. Well, let's head to the Pacific Northwest and check in with Tom Pelissero, who has some more post-game action straight from Seattle.
David, your touchdown, a huge turning point in this game. Take me through that play and maybe more important, the celebration.
So the whole time, coach is just telling us that we were going to have to beat them with our speed, and we're going to have to do some other stuff that they don't like to do. And going inside was one thing that they don't like to cover. So just win with speed, get inside of them, and just take the top off and go get a touchdown. The celebration, that was something that we've been practicing, man. We love old school. We love just having fun. And New Edition was the plan tonight, so that's why we had to do it.
You're now tied for the NFC West lead. You have the tiebreaker. How do you finish this off?
We just got to keep playing the way we plan, man. Just keep going out here and executing everything that we work on in practice and everything that we do day in, day out, and just keep playing with our brothers and playing for our team, and the rest will take care of itself.
Congrats, David. Thank you.
Thank you.
Practice on that dance showed, practice on the field show. They pick up another W. This just makes the playoff picture even more interesting, although I don't think anybody is surprised that the Seahawks were able to pull it out and get the dub tonight. We'll have a lot more coming up in just a little bit. We're going to break this down. I know you guys have plenty to say. We'll also hear from Russell Wilson directly since we have so many thoughts.
Go Hawks.
Let's see what his are. All right, Deshaun Watson. Taking nice.
Go make some plays on them DBs, man.
That's even nicer than the selfie at the beginning of the game. Yep, loving the celebration there. Bill Belichick, however, not so much. First and goal here. Trickery, sorcery, backyard football for Deshaun Watson. I mean, this was just one of my favorite plays, I think, of
That's
the
a great play by D-Hop, though. Like,
yeah, he got that ball out of there, too, didn't he?
The wherewithal.
He hit that thing. He was hitting that thing.
28-22 the final there, but what did Tom think after the game?
Looked like a frustrating night offensively for you guys. What particularly was so difficult about it?
Just execution. So just got to do a better job, and tough to get behind and come back, and just put ourselves in a pretty deep hole. And you can't do that on the road.
Talked to James White, and he indicated, look, there were plays to be made. It was execution, not a lack of ability. Do you agree with that assessment?
It doesn't matter. Didn't get the job done, so loss is loss, and learn from it and try to move on next week.
Tom, we saw you come off the field and you were on the bench trying to encourage your guys, your wide receiver group. What kind of things were you saying to them and trying to get Jacoby going, trying to get Harry going, those kind of things?
Yeah, it's just, I think we're all trying to do, is a good job out there, and I give them credit. They played well. We didn't make enough plays, and just wasn't a great game.
Can you take us back to the interception and just what you saw on that play?
I threw it and they got it. Bad result.
And on the 2-point conversion, can you explain how you're balancing? I assume you didn't want to take a timeout there, and was it the look they were giving you that you didn't want to run the play you guys had called?
Yeah. Didn't like the look.
The timeout is more important, right?
Yeah, we didn't want to use a timeout. But
Tom, it was a weird week with the illnesses and how, maybe did it have an effect on the preparation, or did you see anything that carried over?
I think the guys just battled hard, and I think there was, I think you deal with a lot of adversity over the course of the season, and I don't think that had any effect on the game. I think, us, trying to figure out how to do a better job for 60 minutes is what's most important, and I'm proud of the guys the way they, fought through the week. And played against a good team on the road, and when you don't play good, you don't win. So we didn't deserve it.
Tom, can you take something out of coming back fourth quarter and the productivity that you guys put together offensively in that fourth quarter?
I mean, we lost the game, so we lost. We'll learn from it, see if we can use things as we move forward, and try to do a better job.
With all that frustration, obviously, that you have, Tom, and what you're going through, we can see you're battling, and it just hasn't been easy. What's your mindset with your group, your offense, with 4 games left? Hey, last year you were 9-5 coming out of Pittsburgh. What's your mentality as you go forward here with this group?
Kind of what it's always been, what it's been all year. Just try to do the best we could do out there, and see if we can do a better job, in all areas. So, see if we can get to a good place and put ourselves in a good position. So. We got a tough one this week. It's a long flight home. I'm gonna try to get ready and get back at it.
Tom, is this group talented enough offensively to take you where you want to be?
Like I said, we're battling. We're trying as hard as we can, and hopefully we can make enough plays and be the best we could be. It doesn't. All remains to be seen. So you can make a bunch of predictions and so forth, but that's not what it's about. It's about going out there and doing it. And a lot of guys made some plays tonight, and try to build on it and see if we can do better next week. So thank you guys.
That was the final one, Stacy.
Sean, what does this win and the way you guys won it on this stage mean for you and this team and this coaching staff?
Honestly, every win is big, but of course, against a team like the Patriots, who's been doing it for so long, and with the talent and the things they've been doing for this season, it was big for us. It builds our confidence. It builds the momentum for us to continue to try to push on. And it just shows us and shows the world that we can play with anybody at any given day if we come up and play. So, for us, we got to continue to keep rolling, continue to find ways to get better, correct the mistakes, and keep pushing forward.
Can you take us through that trick play and your touchdown reception? And also, in your career, have you ever caught a touchdown pass, like in your life?
I have, yeah. That's probably my 5th or 6th touchdown pass, if you want to count them. But, yeah, it's a play that we've been working on for 4 weeks. And, we kind of, right when we got inside the 5, I kind of knew the whole play call that was going to be called. And it was that was the play call, and Hot was decided, and I was decided. So he did a good job of really, selling, the guys to come up and then giving me a good pitch enough where I can catch it and dive in. So, give all the credit to Hop in the past, so it was good.
So you glad it was ruled? All right, things are getting heated, but